The Botswanan athlete who was barred from running at the World Championships as organizers tried to halt norovirus outbreak, says the same would not have happened to Mo Farah or Usain Bolt. Isaac Makwala told BBC Sport his heart was breaking after being denied entry to Tuesday's 400 metres final in London. The 30-year-old, who was withdrawn by organisers the IAAF due to a medical condition, questioned how officials could know he was ill without tests. He said he felt he was sabotaged. Tuesday's race was won by Olympic champion and world record holder Wade van Niekerk, who in the week 8-time Olympic sprint champion Bolt retires, has been described as the new superstar of athletics. There is something fishy they do not want to tell us, said Makwala. It is not that I was sick, there is something more to it. How can they just look at you and see you are sick? If they had tested me, I would not have that problem, but they just assumed. Usain Bolt is out now, so the IAAF wants someone to be the face of athletics. In response, athletics governing body told BBC Sport, there is nothing we want more than extraordinary competition in these championships. We freed up the competition schedule to allow this to happen, specifically between these two athletes, by allowing the opportunity to double up at 200 metres and 400 metres. Van Niekerk's winning time was 43.98 seconds. At a Diamond League meeting in Monaco in July, Makwala ran 43.84, but still finished behind the South African 43.73. After I saw him cross the line on Tuesday, I was like, this was my time. He ran a normal time. I was on shape for a faster time, Makwala said. The British would never have allowed it if I was Mo Farah or Wayne Rooney. In Botswana we have to pay to train. This is not like Britain. I feel this has been a waste of money and training. Britain. Farah won his third consecutive gold world championship, 10,000 metres gold, on Friday. What else has the IAAF said? The IAAF acknowledged Makwala's absence was a sad case, but said its medical staff examined the athlete, and notes taken by a doctor showed he had been vomiting over an 18-hour period. It said it was under instruction to quarantine athletes who showed symptoms of a very virulent norovirus outbreak. Pam Venning, head of medical at the IAAF, told BBC Sport on Tuesday, I have to trust my doctors. My role is to ensure the healthcare of all the athletes here, and it's a very infectious and very virulent disease. In a later statement, the governing body said the team doctor, team leader and team physio had been informed following the medical examination that the athlete should be quarantined for 48 hours, and would therefore be missing the 400 metres final on Tuesday. Venning said all the other teams with affected athletes had adhered to IAAF instructions. What have Botswanan officials said? Public Health England says 30 athletes and support staff have been affected by sickness at the Tower Hotel in London, though the hotel is not the source of the outbreak. The IAAF has insisted it gave clear communication to the Botswana delegation that Makwala would not be allowed to run following a medical examination, but Botswana officials said they had received no explanation as to why Makwala was not allowed entry, and had not been told to keep the runner in quarantine. The country's Olympic boss, Falcon Sedamo, told BBC Sport, there has been no official communication, no formal communication from the IAAF at all. We found out from the media there have been no medical tests at all. It's just generalized assumptions because of the outbreak of sickness, and he has just one of those symptoms. Botswana medical team member Simon O'Brien said Makwala showed no symptoms of the bug and blamed poor communication from the IAAF for the athlete missing the race. He's fit, he's very well, he's prepared to run, and he's just being kept away by the IAAF, said O'Brien, who insisted there was no sign of the illness during the time he spent with Makwala. What have other athletes said? After winning gold, Van Niekerk said, "I would love him to have his fair opportunity. I believe he would have done very, very well. I've got so much sympathy. I really wish I could give him my medal." British former 400 meters runner Di Green tweeted, "I was really ill in the build-up to the 2010 Commonwealth Games in Delhi, as were so many others. But nobody stopped us racing or tested us." BBC commentator Alison Kirbishley, another former 400 meters runner, defended the IAAF's decision to bar Makwala from competing, but described its handling of the situation as a real mess. England winger Kay Wilson scored 4 tries as the defending champions thrashed Spain in their Women's Rugby World Cup opener in Dublin. The 2014 winners ran in 10 tries in all against the world number 8 side. Megan Jones crossed in the first minute, before Wilson scored her first of the match 3 minutes later, completing her hat-trick on 31 minutes. Diana Gasso got Spain off the mark, but the world number 1s responded with 6 more tries in the second half. Replacement Emily Scarrett crossed only 2 minutes after coming on, and scores from Harriet Miller-Mills, Wilson, Alex Matthews, Amy Cockaine and Lydia Thompson completed the route. England will now face Italy on Sunday, 14:30 British Summer Time, before their final Pool B game against the United States, a 3-time finalist. On Thursday, the 17th of August, Kay Wilson, try-scoring machine wing Wilson, who plays her club rugby for Richmond, scored a record 7 tries against Scotland in the Women's Six Nations in March, and her fine form continued in Dublin, after Jones had crossed for the Red Roses in the first minute. Wilson touched down in the corner to give England a 14-0 lead. The 25-year-old, who has 47 caps for her country, was gifted a superb Katie McLean crossfield kick for her second try, and she grabbed a hat-trick in the bonus point after being sent over by fullback Danielle Waterman. Wilson's fourth came on 54 minutes after some intuitive build-up play from midfield duo Rachel Burford-Jones, who impressed throughout. It's job one done. Head coach Simon Middleton opted to field a new-look side against Spain, leaving a combined 392 caps of experience on the bench. England looked in control throughout, and continuously exposed their opposition on the attack. However, the Red Roses will need to improve their accuracy against the more threatening teams in the competition if they are to retain their title. McLean, the victorious skipper in 2014, looked in fine form in open play, but could only land 2 conversions, while Scarrett managed only 1 when she took over kicking duties, and it was an England handling error that led to Gasso going over after a fantastic attacking break from fly half Patricia Garcia. Captain Sarah Hunter told ITV, "We're happy to get a win under our belts. It's job one done. There's plenty for us to improve for our next game."